welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So today I am here with a really cool little subject to talk about and some book recommendations for you. But before I get into that, I got something in the mail and I cannot wait to share it with you. So we're gonna just jump into that first. So as you've noticed, my eyesight is horrible and I wear glasses all the time or I will fall over. It's bad. So Zinf reached out to me and wanted to work together, and they so kindly sent me 2 pairs of new glasses that I'm going to show you right now that I'm so flippin' beyond excited for because they just came in the mail. I haven't even, all I did was cut them open so I could open the box and not waste your time. So I have 2 of them to show you. I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I can't even get the box open. But if you haven't heard of Zinf, it's an online company where you can pick out your glasses. They'll get you your frames. You could do sunglasses, you can do blue light glasses. There's such a variety to pick from. Like, it was hard for me to narrow down what I wanted. Oh my gosh, they come packaged really nice. Little thing pulls out. Let me see, I totally forgot what I even ordered. Oh, and it talks about them too. Love it, love it. All right, let's see what this first one's I got. They come wrapped in a cloth. Let's see what we think. Ooh, I like. Okay, loving these, loving these. I like how smooth the earpiece is. I don't know, but it's round and super smooth and a little detail up. And all right, I'm loving these. Not a whole lot different from what I'm wearing, but different enough. Okay, those are amazing. I love them. Like I said, they come in this really nice little case. Okay, pair number 2. It's gonna take me forever to open this one too. Oh no. Okay, that took way too long to get the box open. Okay, pair number 2. Again, comes wrapped up really nice. This one ooh, I'm already loving it. It's like a, what do they call that? Tortoise shell? Oh, I really like these. I feel fancy. Look at that. A little bit of a smaller like frame, but yeah, it's got a little bit of a pattern to it. Oh, now you can see how like blind I am. But wow, I really like these. And they feel so light. Like, they don't feel, I've had glasses before where like you can feel them. I don't, like, they're just so light. And there's no smudges on them yet. I don't know which ones I like better. Oh, I like these too. I have options now, friends. I don't know, which ones do I like better? I do love it that they have sunglasses too, so I think that's the next one I'm gonna get. I think we'll leave these on for now. Is a pair of sunglasses, because there is nothing like a pair of prescription sunglasses when you are as blind as I am. Definitely needed. So again, they're from Zinf. Thank you, Zinf, for sending these to me. There is codes down below. So because you guys are awesome, they are going to give us a deal. So if you are interested in checking them out yourself, which you really should if you wear glasses, they'll give you 50% off of the frames and 10% off of lenses using the code Lindsey with an E. I'll leave all that below. I'll leave a link to it. I will leave that code below as well, so you get the spelling right. But definitely, I mean, the frames are not, I think they're really reasonable already, and to get 50% off, even better. Pick up 2 or 3. Options are always great. So that's my excitement to start with, because I just couldn't wait to open those boxes, and I wanted to do them right here so you could get a full unboxing, get my real thoughts. But oh my god, I seriously love these. Love them. Okay, so into my recommendations for today. I don't even know where this idea came from. Not that it needs to come from anywhere, but I was thinking about just different ideas for different book recommendations, and this kind of popped in my head, and I want to talk about some courtroom dramas. Actually, I know what it is because there's been a lot of court cases in the news lately, and I think it kind of stemmed from that. So I want to talk about some courtroom dramas, and I've read a handful of them, and then there's a few of them that I still want to read. So I thought I would go through and give you my recommendations if you're looking for a good courtroom drama. So here we go. First one I want to talk about, which seems to be one of the more popular ones, and I should do a disclaimer. I'm not going to talk about any John Grisham books here because those are kind of just, in my opinion, a given. These are just kind of different ones. But this one's fairly popular. It's Defending Jacob by William Landay. Over here. This one I read. I really enjoyed it. I did get a little slow-ish in the middle, but definitely worth finishing the entire book. So we have our main character, Andy, and so it's told from Andy's perspective. He is an assistant district attorney for his city, his town. I want to say they live in Massachusetts or something like that. And he's been doing that for 20 years. He's very well respected. The community loves him. He just has he's got a really great reputation. And he's married and has a son named Jacob. And all of a sudden a shocking crime hits the community, and he is totally thrown off guard when his son Jacob is accused of murdering a fellow student from school. So now he's on the other side of things. And it's from Andy's perspective, so we don't get Jacob's perspective. I don't think we get his mom's perspective. I think it's just his perspective because he knows the legal side of things, but he can't represent Jacob. He has to find somebody to do that for him. He can't be part of it. And just what his thoughts as the parent as well as a lawyer come into play with this. Again, a bit slow at times, but definitely worth the read. Next one I want to talk about, another classic, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. So this one follows Scout, and she is observing a trial of a black man accused of abusing or raping a white woman. Now that's gonna drive me crazy that I can't think of that. But we're in the courtroom. Scout is observing this. It's from her perspective as she watches her dad, as a lawyer, defend this man. So a fantastic read. I've read this book at least 3 times. I love it. Definitely some courtroom drama, yet historical courtroom drama. So a little twist to it. Next one I want to talk about is Small Great Things by Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult is also an author that has a fair number of books that take place inside the courtroom. I want to say like Sing You Home might. Plain Truth does. I should look at the list. I think that will help me remember. Does Perfect Match might. Change of Heart does. Handle with Care, I believe, does. So a number of them do take place in the courtroom, and this one specifically. So this one follows our main character, Ruth. She is a labor and delivery nurse in a hospital in Connecticut. She's been doing that again for 20 some years. She is like the nurse that everybody wants. She's so fantastic. And she's African American, and one day a couple comes in to have their baby. She's assigned to them. She goes into the room, and they are white supremacists and basically say, this person is not allowed to touch my child, is not allowed to be alone with my child, is not to be anywhere near my child or my wife. And the hospital grants that request. And so Ruth is like, what? And somehow is alone with the child, and the child starts to go into some sort of distress. And so she's faced with this decision of, does she help the child when she was explicitly told not to, or does she allow this child to suffer and potentially pass away? I won't tell you which decision she made, but there definitely ends up some court implications. If you think of it, either decision is going to put her into some trouble. So it's beautiful, and it has one of my favorite lines in it. It's right away in the beginning, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but it says, it just goes to show you, every baby is born beautiful. It's what we project on them that makes them ugly. Jodi, so good. So another courtroom drama that's fantastic. The next one I want to talk about is Little Mercies by Heather Gutenkopf, and I wouldn't necessarily say courtroom drama specifically, but definitely some drama around, this one is around social work and child protective services. So we have our main character, Ellen. This does give us dual perspectives. So we have Ellen is our main character. She's seen the worst side of humanity. She is a children's advocate, so she is there to help the kids who are in the situations that are just, you can't even think about how horrible they are. And unfortunately, on a very hot summer day, there was a moment of distraction. She ends up seeing her world get turned upside down and seeing herself kind of being on the other side of child protective services, of social work. Her path ends up colliding with a girl named Jenny who is 10 years old. She is struggling to survive her situation. Really could use some help, but befriending a social worker is the last thing she wants to do. They end up kind of finding each other at the right times in their lives. This pulls at your heartstrings. This makes you think. Again, there's some legal implications that are involved with this book. It's just so fantastic. I love this one. The next one I want to talk about is Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. I read this with a book club, and we actually had a Zoom meeting with Angie Kim. Oh my God, she was so fun to talk to. It was fantastic. But this one takes place, we have Miracle Creek, Virginia, and we have a family there who own a hyperbaric chamber, and they do different therapies with a number of different people suffering from different ailments. And so this group of people comes together on a regular basis. They go into the chamber. They're in there for a significant amount of time. So they're kind of getting to know each other. Well, one day the chamber explodes, killing 2 people. And so this takes place in the courtroom. And so you're hearing these different witnesses and these different people coming up and testifying and explaining kind of what happened and the dynamics behind this group of people, the potential motives of people involved. It's very interesting, definitely drama filled, definitely courtroom drama filled, and I really, really liked it. I love the way Angie Kim wrote this book. It's just really fantastic. It really makes you think. Longer chapters, but still very good. So highly, highly recommend that one. So then I have a handful of books that are courtroom drama that are kind of on my want to get to sometime in the soonish future. First one I have is The Holdout by Graham Moore. This was a book of the month club pick that I have yet to pick up. This was from February of 2020. So we have It's the most sensational case of the decade. 15-year-old Jessica Silver, heiress to a billion-dollar real estate fortune, vanishes on her way home from school, and her teacher, Bobby, is the prime suspect. The subsequent trial taps straight into America's most pressing preoccupations: race, class, sex, law enforcement, and the lurid sins of the rich and famous. It's an open and shut case for the prosecution, and a quick conviction seems all but guaranteed until Maya, a young woman on the jury, convinced of Knox's innocence, persuades the rest of the jurors to return the verdict of not guilty. Controversial decision that will change all of their lives forever. Flash forward 10 years. True crime dossiers docu-series resembles the jury with particular focus on Maya, now a defense attorney herself. When one of the jurors is found dead in her hotel room, all the evidence points to her as the killer. Now she must prove her own innocence by getting to the bottom of the case that is far from closed. Sounds so good. And then I need to get to this one. Krista actually sent this to me as part of a gift exchange from 2020. So this was last year's gift exchange. The Sun Does Shine, How He Found Life and Freedom on Death Row by Anthony Ray Hinton. This is a memoir, I would say, about his quest for justice. And I've heard it's fantastic. So I need to read that one. And then I just grabbed this one from the library. I remember Sarah talking about this a number of times. It's 13 by Steve Kavanaugh. This is actually like the 4th one in a series, which makes me interested in the series. You don't have to read them in order. And it's what would happen if the serial killer isn't on trial, but the serial killer is part of the jury. And Sarah had fantastic things to say about this one. So I just checked it out from the library. I have it until the 11th of January. What are the chances? We should play. What are the odds that Lindsey is going to read this book before she has to take it back or renew it to the library? Leave your guess below. What do you guys think? Am I gonna get to it? I don't know. I want to. But that's a collection of courtroom dramas, and I kind of struggle coming up with some ideas for this. So I think it's a really good prompt and a really good subject. So if you have any good courtroom dramas and you want to leave those recommendations below, I'm totally up for that. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and check out Zinf. The link is below. I'm telling you guys, like, these are so awesome. So awesome. I don't even like, they're so light. I keep looking around because they're also clean. That's a whole different story, but I don't know, I really like them. But check out Zinf. I'll have links below. Definitely look at them. I'm gonna go buy me some sunglasses right now because I feel like I need some. But yeah, I think that's everything. Is that everything? This was a lot of random stuff today. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.